Destroy the past. It's gone. Not coming back. And here's the thing. 9 times out of 10, and I'm fucking hard pressed to say 10 times out of 10, what looks horrible now can always be fucking salvaged. I have never seen a situation that could not be dealt with. There's a way of dealing with everything. Even if you have terminal cancer, even if you're in a prison cell, there's a way of dealing with the situation. There's never a situation where you are so crippled and unable to bring forth your best facilities, your best energies, the best extent of your mind to deal with the situation, unless you're dead. And if you're dead, you don't know anyway. You have to destroy the past, and I'll tell you why. I have the most troubled, checkered past of any motherfucker that I know. And I'll tell you something. The biggest part of being a man is redemption. There is no high, no drug like the feeling of redeeming yourself when you have fucked up. And the perseverance and what that feels like. Most of my fuck ups, I had to continue to fuck up and continue to make mistakes and make things worse for other people. This is the key component. Sometimes you actually have to make it worse on the people that are around you for it to get much better down the road. And as a leader, as a man who is orchestrating and taking charge of your reality and spearheading a victory, you have to understand that you have to manage other people's expectations while this is occurring. So it could be a huge business project. You could be way behind on a deadline. You could be completely looking like everything's in chaos and everything's gonna get fucked up. You can have people barking at you, calling you, going, what the fuck is going on? Relax. We're gonna get through it. Sometimes it has to get a lot worse. And then you can pull the nose up on the plane and get a victory at the very end. And then in retrospect, everything will make sense to the people around you who didn't understand that it had to get worse for it to get better. In the time being though, because most people are very fragile and most people are very attached and connected to their past, they are going to linger with the wounds. And they're going to use that as fuel to have animosity and anger towards you, especially if the expectations on you are very high and you did not deliver on time. But if you keep going and you keep trucking and you have the conviction and you have the wherewithal that you're going to pull it up and you're going to pull a miracle out of the fucking hat, then the past doesn't matter. Because you can take 35 mistakes in a row and compound it into a gigantic fucking win. That's how you get the miracle saves. But people get so consumed in the past, what happened to them, what happened to yesterday, they get crippled, they get paralyzed, they don't want to go any further, they tap out. I'm done, I can't take it anymore, people are on my ass, I'm just going to get rid of the project, I'm going to go back to my 9 to 5. No, motherfucker. Own the mistakes, own the past, keep moving forward, and realize that you're guaranteed, as long as you keep going through with your plan and going through the motions, you're going to end up salvaging a victory on the other side anyway. It's bound to happen. And even if you fail in the very end, the beauty of it is you were not a man. You can look back, hold your chin high, and say that you fucking exhausted every option. You weren't some fucking pussy who sat back and said, oh, the past, I can't go on anymore. That's what chumps do. That's chump behavior. So move past that. You see, the common theme is move. Here's the crazy part. People will use your past as ammunition against you all the fucking time to try to manipulate you and try to get you to behave a certain way and try to enforce a rule set that they think should be established. And you have to put your foot down on that shit. A healthy man is constantly reevaluating and changing his opinion. So motherfuckers will say, oh, but yesterday you said, no. We're in today. We're here right now. I don't care what I said yesterday. I reevaluated my truth. We're here now. You are entitled, as a man, you have the natural authority to change your mind. And that's not an excuse to bitch out of major commitments you've made, but you do have the ability to change your mind on anything, any damn well you please, and you don't owe anybody an explanation. So be very cautious of people who will try to hold you to things that you said a week ago, a month ago, when it's completely fucking irrelevant. And institutions will try to victimize you with your past too. And I don't put up with that shit either. I'll be on the phone with the airline and I'll be like, hey, how can we resolve this? And they'll be like, well, you could have booked the... And as soon as I hear the word you could have, I interrupt and I go, hello? Hello? And they'll go, yes. I go, are we on Earth? She'll say, yeah, what do you mean? On planet Earth, you can't could have done anything that you already did. You can't would have, should have done anything that you already did. That's not possible on this planet. We're here right now. So what is the solution? How are we going to resolve the issue now? I don't want to hear what I could have done, what I would have done, what I should have done. I don't worry about the would-haves. I don't cry about the could-haves. And I sure as shit don't give a shit about the should-haves. And as soon as you make your mark and you stab your flag into the sand when those things are presented to you, it's like an earthquake. You erupt other people's reality and bring them down to earth, and they're like, fuck, I have no rebuttal to this because it's true. There's no could've. How are we going to resolve the issue now? And you put them on the spot, and you reverse it, and you reverse the pressure. And now you have a conversation. Now you can actually have some equal footing, and you have some ground to cover, because now there's reality. You're dealing with reality. So understand that the past, you're not dealing with reality. It's a figment of your imagination. You beat yourself up. You saw a woman that you wanted to approach. You missed her. She's gone. She doesn't exist. It's literally, she's fake. She's smoke and mirrors now. She's a figment. She's lines and shapes in your imagination. And that's going to ruin the rest of your day. Can't have that for a second.